Hello and welcome to Tarot Sherpa. I'm Christine, and today I'm going to be doing a reading from the Circle of Life Tarot for you. So I have posted a review about the Circle of Life Tarot, and if you're interested in just having a good look at the cards, you can certainly check out my review, and I will put a link in the description box below. So what I'm going to do now is just do a reading so folks can see how the Circle of Life Tarot lays out. The booklet that comes with the Circle of Life Tarot has a couple of spreads, but they're like 1 year outlook, long-term spreads. And I'm, for a YouTube review or YouTube reading, I certainly want to do something that's a little bit more immediate for people. Long-term spreads also tend to be very personal. And so this is just going to be a generic for whoever reading. But the spread that I'm going to use is the Pneuma Crossing spread, or the Spiritual Crossing, and it is a spread that is in Annabelle Wynn book, Holistic Tarot. I've mentioned this in other reviews, but it is a fabulous book, and I always recommend it. And I'll put a link about Annabelle Wynn in the description box below as well. So, just giving this a little bit of love, and then we will begin our Pneuma Crossing. So the spread normally would have a significator card put out first for an individual. We're just going to do a generic energy card. And our energy is the Seven of Pentacles. So I get absolutely nothing out of that illustration. So going back to my memory of what Seven of Pentacles looks like in most other tarot decks, and there's a sense of expectation. So y'all, like myself, I'm expecting something out of this reading. So let's see what we get. Far past. Far past. Hierophant. So in the far past, perhaps a traditional outlook, perhaps a traditional form of spirituality or education. Let's see how this pans out. We've got recent past, Ace of Wands. So our Hierophant is a very traditional looking Hierophant card. Our Ace of Wands is a baby in a duck egg. Okay. If you want to see my review, I know I already said that, but yeah, I had a lot to say about the cards. Anyway, traditional view of the Ace of Wands is that initial spark, the initial inspiration, that initial ambition, passion, drive, desire, something moving forward. I don't get that out of the illustration, but that's not your problem. So we've got something traditional and we've got some inspiration going on. All right, what's going on presently? Presently, and we have the Magician in reverse. Reversals today, I'm going to use this as an emphasis. Could be an emphasis or it could be a point of weakness. But the Magician is the idea of having all of the tools one would require to succeed on a new endeavor. So just going through this line so far, we've got the far past where we start with a traditional basis. Then we go into the recent past where we have this new idea, this new inspiration, this new way, this new direction to go. And then we have our inverted Magician, and it could either be like a weak idea of, okay, I think I know what direction to go, or maybe it's an experimentation. Let me see what I can do with these tools. All right, let's look at conscious influences, and maybe we can find out a little bit more of this. This Magician, and the conscious influence is the Chariot. So there's a conscious drive to move forward. The recent past has this inspiration, this Ace of Wands, and now we have a drive to move forward. Okay, what are the unconscious influences? We'll take them both. Unconscious influences, we'll take them both because they both kind of go together. So we have Judgment, which could be a calling, and the Wheel, which can be fate. So we have fate and calling here in our unconscious influences. I'm gonna take that. I think those two go pretty well. So maybe our magician here is inverted because it's very important to take these influences. You've got the inspiration, you've got the drive consciously, unconsciously, you've got fate and a calling from judgment in your corner. So yes, I'm seeing this magician as being emphasized by being reversed. I don't think he's weakened at all. All right, so let's look at major factors, what Benabelwin calls the force majeure, the things outside of your control. And we have a hermit in reverse. All right, outside of your control, maybe the idea that you don't have a mentor or a direction to take yet. All right, well, what's karma say about this? The karmic response is the Page of Wands. Now, Page of Wands is the idea of eagerness, of messages, of wanting to move forward on this inspiration, this ambition, this drive. So we've got Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands together, which is significant in that they're both cards about getting that magic started, getting that idea started. I'm going to scoot everything over. So we've got a little bit more to lay out here, and I'm running out of table. Okay, so what's our disposition towards this? Are we ready for this? Huh. King of Pentacles. I think King of Pentacles is saying, yeah, we are ready for this. It is a time to begin to manifest this. So you got your King of Pentacles, and you've got an emphasized magician right here. This is manifesting. This is putting thoughts into action. There's a lot of drive to do that. Yeah, now is a good time to do that. Yeah, I can see why. Maybe there's hesitancy because we've got this hermit in the reverse. So there could be concerns about the direction. We're ready to go. Maybe we have a direction. We're just not sure about it yet. But I think kind of like our emphasized magician in reverse, I think our hermit in reverse can be emphasized, and perhaps we're our own hermit. Perhaps we're our own guide. Perhaps the wisdom that we've gained over our experience is something that we need to move forward with. So that's the disposition. What's the lesson in all of this? There's a lesson. There's an education that's happening. We're always being taught something. Fool. Yes. Take charge and move out. It doesn't matter if you don't know where you're going. So even if your path is a little bit obscure, but you're ready to go, the Fool, the lesson of the Fool here is to have faith and step out on the ideas that you're passionate about, on those ambitions. Especially when we're dealing with something that's very traditional. We could be talking about somebody who is getting a calling to go back to school, to go learn something new, or learn a new trade, or go down a new spiritual path. I mean, this is very broad, but it's about taking what you know or used to know and going forward in a new direction. All right, so outcome. How are we going? Strength. Oh my goodness, strength. You know, I was talking in my review, I don't really particularly care for this deck, but I think this is a fabulous reading in that we have some real coherency here with these ideas that, I mean, we've got a nice line of lots of major arcana percentage-wise for a reading. It's, with our addition, a 12-card reading, but we've gone 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. More than half of it's major arcana. So whatever this is for you, this is big stuff. The major arcana are talking about big life events, big decisions, and this is a time to move forward. So if you were on the fence about, do I go back to school? Do I go to a new church? Do I try a new trade? I'm thinking the answer is yeah, give it a shot. Because even though you don't really see exactly what's ahead, we don't always see exactly what's ahead. Sometimes we do have to just move out on faith and trust that the calling of the universe and one's fate and destiny have got you covered. or at least have a bridge for you to step out on. Because as you learn, as you go through life, there's a path laid out for you, but you have to actually take it. There are blessings out there, but you have to participate in that. We participate in our blessings, we participate in our failures. We are a participant in all forms of our life. It's not just all about fate and destiny, but if it's there for you and it's calling you, it says, hey, come give this a shot, then pick up your staff and walk. Yeah, pick up your staff and walk. Pick up your staff and walk. Wow, that is a theme. Pick up your staff and walk. Yeah, because you've got to, this is not a bad beginning, but it's just the beginning. It's time to go on and you'll get stronger for it. Okay? Wow, this is a great reading. This is great. I may take back some of the nasty things I said about this deck. Bye for now.